Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you want to do when Sheriff Tom Brown comes for you. Yo, what it do, squad? It's your boy Geek Samurai. I'm coming to you back with another video, man. Now, in this video, I just came back from watching Bad Boys 3, Bad Boys for Life. Now, this movie is my favorite movie out of the whole franchise, squad. Straight up. I'm going to tell y'all why. I'm going to give y'all a spoiler talk, my full review of this movie, man. I enjoyed this movie from start to finish. It had me laughing. It tugged on my heartstrings a little bit with Martin Lawrence's character, Marcus Burnett. I mean, I've been a fan of this franchise since the original Bad Boys, man. Bad Boys 1 was my favorite with the Porsche, with Tia Leone, with Will Smith, with freaking Martin Lawrence, I love that movie. Bad Boys 2, not so much. I didn't like that movie that much. I wasn't really feeling it, squad. I wasn't into it. I hated how the Bad Boys, they're going to go up against the whole, Cuban mafia or whatever. Like, that's one country versus the Bad Boys. Like, come on, squad. That's not realistic. I wasn't feeling it. But this movie, this third installment, was so realistic. The fact that this movie portrays Will Smith and Martin Lawrence as they're older cops now. I love how they played into it. Yes, it was very tropey. Yes, it was very, cliche, but it worked. It worked as one of them old school mid-90s, late 90s type of action films. It still works even in 2020. I love this film. We're going to go into details about everything. I'm going to lay it down for y'all straight up. Now, of course, my favorite is Will Smith's character, Detective Mike Lowrey. And you have Martin Lawrence's character. He's coming back to play Marcus Burnett. I love these two. Their chemistry was amazing throughout the entire film. I mean, the whole movie played up on them. And I freaking loved it. Because of the fact that they're older, they need a team. They can't do it on their own. They can't be, running gun like they used to be in the original Bad Boys 1 and Bad Boys 2. This movie takes place 17 years after Bad Boys 2. And that movie came out in 2003. But the synopsis, the storyline picks up 17 years later. They're older. They're grizzled veterans. Martin, his character, Marcus Burnett, just wants to relax. He wants to retire. He wants to just go off into the sunset on a high note. Mike Lowrey's like, nah, bro, we ride or die for life. Like, let's go. We live together. We ride together. That's it. We die together. Straight up. And in this film, they even fly together. Like, it's so crazy. I love the jokes throughout this whole thing, man. Love it, love it, love it. Now, we see them, they're out and about with the detectives. Now we come to find out that Marcus Burnett, Martin Lawrence's character, he's going to be a pop. He's going to be a grandfather now. So now everything changes. Everything changes now. And I love the fact that, we get Teresa, Randall. She comes back to play Marcus Burnett's wife. And we get the daughter. The daughter comes back too. Bianca Bethune. She comes back from the second movie to play his daughter and give birth to their grandson and have a wedding. Even Reggie comes back, bro. What? I was shocked to see Reggie. He actually came back to this family. Because if y'all remember from the second movie, when Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they were interrogating him saying, yo, you look like you 30. You better bring my daughter back at 9 p.m. And Will Smith up in his face with a gun. Chitty, bang, bang's about to pop off. Yo, that was just fantastic to see that, squad. That he came back, he marries their daughter, and they have a wedding. Then not only do they have a son, but they have a wedding, and he's in the Marine. So it was good to see his character come back. I love that. I love that. Now, we get to the part where after, he finds out he's going to be a grandfather, they go out and celebrate. All the cops, everybody from the Miami PD go out and celebrate the fact that, Marcus Burnett's going to be a grandfather. Like, yo, times are changing, man. Now you got more responsibilities than ever. You're going to be babysitting. You're going to be watching your grandson. Let's go. So they were all making a toast and everything. So now Mike Lowrey, Will Smith character's like, yo, what, you telling me you're going to retire? How do I find you're going to retire, man? That ain't happening. We live together. We die together. Bad Boys for Life. They kept saying that throughout the whole movie, man. And it didn't feel stale. It didn't feel redundant. It was incredible to see. So now we see them. It's like, yo, let's race for it. If I win, this is Mike Lowrey talking. If I win, you can retire, go into the sunset. You get your little man cave. You put your feet up. You got your bathrobe all day long, staying at home. But if I win, we keep riding and dying. We keep banging and clanging. That's what we do. We live together, we die together. Bad Boys for Life. So now we see them running. And Martin Lawrence, he's older now, even in real life. You can actually see his age throughout this movie. It is insane how you can see his age. Like, he just looks old. He looked tired. He looked grizzled. I can't even do 1 hour, let alone 2 hours of this movie, which this movie was 2 hours and 4 minutes long. But Martin Lawrence, he played it up. And he was starting to run with Will Smith. And all of a sudden, you see Will Smith just take off. And he burns him. Now, you know how he's going to win this race. Will Smith is still athletic. He's still tall. He still got that whole, I'm going to be the dominant one. Nobody can touch him. I'm the alpha male. So he wins, and he's backpedaling after he's run. He's trying to slow up, and he's backpedaling. And as soon as he turns towards the street, all you see is this biker come out in all black. All freaking black. And he comes out in all black. And dude, he's on his bike, and he got a P90, son. This P90 gun, I play Call of Duty. I'm a Call of Duty influencer. I love that game. When I play with that P90 goes ham, son. It's not the best gun in the game, but it goes ham. But I digress. That's for another video. Back to this. We see him with the P90, and this dude goes off with that P90, bro. Like, I mean, full shooting 3-4 bullets. 4 P90 bullets go off into this man's chest. And Mike Lowrey, his nickname is Bulletproof Mike. No bullets can ever graze this man. And I love how they go back from the previous movies and tie it all into this movie. They do a lot of great tie-ins and callbacks from the other previous films to this one. Because I'm telling you right now, that 3 bullets go into Mike. And yo, they did not play off on it. They made sure that you felt him getting shot, son. You felt him fall down, and you see him bleeding like crazy. And here comes Marcus Burnett. Here comes Martin Lawrence coming over to try to patch up his hole, plug up his hole. 911, 911. We got an officer down. He's phoning, he's radioing it in. Yo, that hit me in the movie, man. That was one of the sad points in the movie. Mike Lowrey going down, Will Smith going down. Now the dude who plays, his name is Armando Armas, and he's played by Jacob Scipio. This dude is the one that's going around assassinating everybody that's related to the cartel case from Mexico City, Mexico. And he goes off, and he just gonna go hit everybody. Everybody that he comes in contact with, he wants to take and assassinate. Whoever had encountered with the case, whoever was a part of it in getting his father to go to jail. His father died off, and he was born without a father. He's like 24 years old, and his mother raised him pretty much. So he's listening to his mother. He wants his mom to go and kill everybody that killed your father. And her name is Kate Del Castillo, and her name is Isabel Ortiz. She is the one who's like a witch. She's a bruja, la bruja, which means witch in Spanish. She's the one that convinces her son to go and kill everybody that's a part of your father's case that got him imprisoned and then murdered. So he does not hold back. In the beginning of this movie, he's going ham. He's doing like, I guess, a drug swap or whatever. A heist is going down. He's actually interrogating the group or whatever. All of a sudden, they're trying to find out, they have like a case or whatever. So what they do is they find all this money. All this money's in one of the bins that they actually scooped up, and it drops out. And one of the guys hold a gun to him saying, here's your portion. Here's your portion of the money. You ain't getting nothing else but that. Yo, all you see is a gun to his face, and yo, he does not hold back. This dude starts taking out his knife and starts shanking everybody, doing kung fu, doing all type of stuff. And he murders everybody and took over the whole operation. The mom just wanted to find out where the stash was, where the money was. But he takes over the whole operation. And now he got his own squad to go out after Will and to go after the rest of the cartel case. The judge, the lawyer, the secretary. He kills everybody. This guy is a straight up assassin, yo. And we find out later on why he's doing it and how he ties into Will Smith's character. So now Will's on life support. Look, he's incubated in the hospital. You see Martin Lawrence, he's right by his bedside. Marcus is right by his bedside through it all. You see the gray hairs on his goatee. Martin Lawrence is getting like an all men's beard coloring thing, coloring dye. He dyes his goatee. He's pretty much wiping his shit every freaking day until he recuperates. And we see later on, now we get to the next scene where Will Smith, he plays another cameo, but we see Martin's daughter. She finally gets married to Reggie. And it's crazy how they played it up because it looks so cliche. Like, this is Will Smith's funeral. You see all the cops there. They show Marcus there. They show his wife. And you see him crying. It looks like a funeral. But we finally see the camera pan to his daughter, pan to Reggie. They're getting married. Reggie's in this whole military outfit. Look like he's a Marine. It was beautiful. And then we finally see the camera pan to the end of the aisle, to the first aisle, and we see one of the officers or somebody in the Miami PD actually wheels Will Smith up to the front of the aisle. Uncle Mike is back. He's healed up. He's well rested, and he's in a wheelchair. Now we get to I guess we have the next part of the wedding, where, we get to the reception and you see everybody's giving a toast to the bride and groom. And they're asking, Uncle Mike, give a toast. And first, before he gives the toast, he wheels himself to the center of the floor. He pauses, then he gets up out of the wheelchair, and then he surprises everybody. I can walk. Uncle Mike is back. He gets the mic and says, Uncle Mike is back. And he gives a toast, and he tells everybody, just like he tells Marcus all the time when they go out on their missions or whatever. He's referring to his daughter, and he's telling his niece, because he's Uncle Mike, I want you guys to have a good marriage. Reggie, I'm surprised you last this long. And he goes in, and he's going to tell him, at the last part of his toast, he said, you live together, we ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life. That was his signature toast throughout the whole thing. And they all salute, which is supposed to be her wedding, but they all salute Uncle Mike. It's crazy. I love it. Now we get to this group, this squad called the Ammo headquarters. The Ammo, I don't know. This I thought the squad was gonna suck. Me personally, I didn't have a big thing for them, but I like this squad because it's led by Paola Nunes, who plays Rita. She's a love interest to Will Smith in this movie. And Rita, I'm telling y'all right now, she is one hot Latina, man. What? She is banging. She introduced herself again. She reintroduced herself to Martin and to Will. And she lets them know that now there's a new operation called Ammo. We're going to be leading in this investigation of who shot you. What's going on? Why did it happen? We all want to know. We all want to know what's going on with you. Why did it freaking happen to you? Now, Rita's the lieutenant right now, and she has assistants. She has this guy named Charles Melton who plays Rafi. He's another guy. He's more like the tech guy. He has this thing called Barry. He uses a drone, Big Barry or whatever. He uses a drone to go in and do all of his assassination, scoping out, checking out the place, seeing what's going on. Want to know the full layer of the land. Then we also get this badass chick played by Vanessa Hudgens called Kelly. Vanessa Hudgens, she used to be in High School Musical. Now she's a badass with a gun. I was loving that. I was like, yo, she's going in. She's going in. She's a badass. I'm so on board. I am so on board. Then we get this detective who is like he's more like the tech geek, John Guettieri. He's a detective for them. He's actually assigned. He was supposed to be out in the mission, but that didn't go over. So now he's assigned with Ammo. He's supposed to be the guy who's the hacker behind the desk. I guess he didn't make it in the field, but we see later that he's a straight badass in the field. You give him a gun, he's big, brolic. This guy will go. He will go ham. He would wreck shop, son. I mean, he was fantastic. I enjoyed him in this film. Very, very fantastic. Kudos to him, man, because he was looking like overpowered. Now the Ammo is supposed to be there just to help, do do all the heavy work. They wanted to do the investigation. They wanted to solve this crime. Who killed Mike Larry? Who killed Bulletproof Mike? I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy because this group, they went behind the ears. They don't know anything about investigating. They don't know anything. Mike Larry, Mike Larry and freaking Marcus Burnett, they go out there. They're old school cops. They do the investigation. They do the interrogation. They go out and they get the bad guy. That's what they do. But I actually love this cast. This cast was fantastic. And they all played to their strengths. And they all were funny. I like the back and forth with Rafi and freaking Mike Larry. He's talking about, yo, you're a child. You don't know nothing. Rafi's like, yo, let's go, Pops. Let's go, Grandpa. What you want to do? Let's go right now. I love that because later on, Mike Larry realized, I need this dude. They couldn't get into the club. Him and Marcus couldn't get into the club. They needed Rafi to come in and I guess smooth over these two women who was in charge of the line of people getting in and out of the club. And it's crazy. Why wouldn't you have a bouncer? You have these two ladies, but because of Rafi Suave, he's been out there. He's young, wet behind the ears, greener than green. He was able to persuade these women to let them in. Because there was also a scene where Paola Nunes was walking up to the club and she looked sexy, muy caliente, la bonita. She looked good. She walks up in her tight dress and she was able to get in. Rita was able to walk right into that club looking good. But Marcus and Mike could not get in. Now you could tell that they're old, they're outdated. They don't know these new young bucks, these young whippersnappers. Their age plays up very well, and I love it. Now we get to a storyline where we get the brouhaha that I was just talking about, where Kate de la Castillo, she plays Isabel Ortiz. Now Isabel Ortiz, she is the one that was the love interest to Will Smith. She was his baby mama. Now, this is before Will even joined the Miami PD. This is before Will Smith was a partner with Marcus. He was just the driver for her and her husband and the cartels in Mexico. But the husband couldn't get it up or whatever. They could never have kids. So she and her character, she started to fall for Will Smith. And they fell in love. They talked about everything. There was a scene later on after the club where Will was about to get into his Porsche and drive off, where him and Marcus were talking about this. And he's saying, that's my son. He was going in 24 years ago before I even knew you and being part of the Miami PD. I was the designated driver for this woman, and she had a son. And it's my son because we were so in love. You never thought I would be in love. You thought I always was just smashing with girls and never falling in love with them. Well, I was in love with her, and she was my everything. We were going to run away together, do all this stuff. But that didn't happen. I ended up leaving. She ended up getting pregnant and didn't even tell me. So I joined the force. I came back to the States. I joined the force in Miami, and I didn't even know that I had a freaking son. Later on, she even says that, I was going to tell you, I was going to surprise you. Mike's character, he tells her, that's messed up that you never ever told me. And she's crazy. So throughout this whole movie, her son goes around and he's just wrecking shop, killing everybody, taking everybody out, trying to re-kill Mike because he finds out that he survives. He finds that he survives. He leaks a video of him assassinating him to get under Mike's skin. And throughout the whole movie, he's just chasing him down. Mike is trying to chase him down to find out who he is. He finally fights him on this hotel. He finally finds one of his old cronies that Mike used to link up with. Mike and Marcus, a snitch that this assassin, this mysterious assassin is going after next. Finally catches up to him. They're fighting. This assassin, Armando is his name. He kills the snitch, and he's fighting Will, and he fights just like Will. And this guy is kicking Will's ass, and you can see Marcus just playing that up like, yo, you got your ass kicked by your own son. No wonder he's your son. He kicks ass better than you. Straight up funny throughout the whole movie, man. I enjoyed this movie. Now we finally see Mike talking to the captain. Not Mike. Is it Mike? Yeah, Mike was talking to the captain, and it looked like the captain was at his granddaughter's basketball game. Her name is Kelly or something like that. Little Kelly. She's a kid. She's at a basketball game, and the captain we all know who Captain Howard is. Conrad Howard, played by your boy, you know what I'm saying, Joe Pantoliano. I call him Joe Pants. This dude, he was my captain from the first film, from the second film. He's always having stress issues. He's always yelling and cursing, saying fuck this and fuck that. Yo, when he was at the daughter's game, at the basketball game, and then he was talking to Mike and saying, you should come over. We should get together with everybody. You know, my wife loves you and everything. You know, you're like a son to me. Let's come over. Bring Marcus over. Yo, the assassin Armando was right there in one of the I guess one of the Miami skyscraper buildings. He was trying to kill Will, but he missed Will and went after the captain and assassinated him and shot him right in the throat. I was like, bro, how do you kill the captain? How do you let that happen? I know this is the third movie, but yo, that tugged on my heartstrings that the captain died, bro. That tugged on my heartstrings. I didn't see it coming. I was sad. A tear almost came out, man. And then later on, Will Smith is, not later on, but next thing you see, Will Smith, he's paging, phoning, man, officer down, the captain is down. Then later on, they go to a new scene where, they have the funeral scene for the captain, and all you see is Will. First, you see Rita in her outfit. You see the whole Ammo headquarters, everybody in their police uniforms. You see Will. You see Martin, and you just see Martin crying. You see Marcus' character crying, son. Every time Marcus is crying, John, you want to cry too. Straight up, squad, you want to cry too because the captain is down, and this brings Martin out of retirement. Marcus is like, I'm coming out of retirement. Let's go get this. There's one Bad Boys for Life. Ride or die. Fly together. We die together. We ride together. And you see them doing the signature fist bump. And Marcus is now he's coming out of retirement. Let's go get this son of a bitch. And this is now we play up. They finally, they get there with Ammo. They finally get all their guns together. They link up with some guy that they know, some connect that they have in Mexico, and they're going after freaking Isabel, and they're going after Armando, and they're going to try and wreak shop. They're going to try and wreak havoc. It's time to get these son of a bitches. Now, I didn't like this third act of the scene was the low point for me because you didn't have to have them fight Isabel and the son gets shot, and then Isabel, Rita finally comes out of nowhere, shoots the baby mama. She instantly dies into the fire. It was so CGI. It was so fake. I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling the revenge story. I wasn't feeling that she wanted to kill him ever since because he's a traitor. He betrayed her and her son. It was crazy. I wasn't feeling that. But I did like the fact that the son did survive. Because in the end, you see Will fighting him one-on-one. We see Marcus finally wear glasses. I love that part. Marcus finally got some glasses on, and now he can shoot straight. So we see another helicopter coming. It looked like the mom and the son are trying to escape because you see all the henchmen, all the goons fighting, going through a big epic gun battle with Ammo and Mike Lowrey and Marcus Burnett. And you see the mom and the son trying to escape. They're going up the old hotel that's in Mexico. And they're trying to escape with the helicopter. But we see Marcus and we see Mike Lowrey. They're running and gunning, shooting everybody. Marcus got his glasses. He could see straight now. He's like, I should have wore glasses all along. What's good? Now I can see better than ever. He's getting these one-shot kills going on. Helicopter. And now Mike is telling Marcus, you need to shoot this man. Shoot the rotor. Don't shoot the pilot because you know what's going to happen. You shoot the pilot, the whole plane is going to go into a whirlwind and crash land into the building. So Mike's like, shoot the rotor. Mark said, I got this. Bam, one shot, killed the pilot. He's like, I got him. And then you see the helicopter crashing down into the hotel. He's like, oh shit. Everybody's ducking and dodging, diving out of the way. You see Flyer from the helicopter explosion. You see Flyer in the hotel just blow up. Everything's in a blaze. And then that's when we see Rita come out of nowhere. Because, she plays the jealous love interest. She comes out of nowhere, shoots that witch because you see that the witch is about to shoot Will. The son steps in front. The witch, Isabel, shoots her own son, Armando. Then Rita comes out of nowhere, shoots 2 or 3 bullets into Isabel. Isabel falls over the balcony, lands onto the helicopter that's already in flame. You see her body just bent in half. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. Rita and Will, they become love interest. She gets made captain, which she rightfully deserves because she's badass. We see that Marcus and Will finally come together, and Will's like, if you want to retire, I accept it. This was your last run, but I'm still going to be a cop. I'm still going to be a bad boy chasing after bad guy. That's what I do. I can't stop that. So we see, Marcus agrees. They hug and make up. They fist bump again. Everything's good. We're bad boys for life. And that's the end of the movie. We get to the end credits. You see Bad Boys for Life come up. And then there's another scene where you see Marcus in the helicopter. They're showing when they switch seats with Mike Lowrey and Marcus switch seats. Marcus is talking to one of the guys. He's like, yo, he crazy, right? Would you ever freak a woman or witch without a condom? That was so funny how he said that. I love how he played that up. That was fantastic. Because who would have sex with a witch when you know she's crazy? Who would have sex with a witch without a condom? You strap it up. Now you have a son, and now she's casting spells on the son to come after you. Come on, man. You wrap it up. That was great. I loved it. Now there was another scene where Will finally, he links up with the son because the son has to he has to atone for his sins. Everybody he killed, he has to atone for. So now we see Will talking to his son, and he's saying, yo, how about I cut your sentence in half if you do me this favor? So I don't know if it's going to be a spinoff. I don't know if the son's going to join Ammo, and that's going to be its own movie, how Ammo goes and continues this Bad Boy franchise. Or we could get a prequel where how Ammo came together. How did Rita meet Will? How did they go on a date? All this stuff. We don't know what the future's going to hold. I hope they end it here because I love this movie so much. This movie is so amazing. It's my favorite in the whole Bad Boy franchise. Like I said, I didn't like 2. 1 was my favorite. And I just love this movie. So I wanted to bring on my full review squad and let y'all know how I really feel about this movie. Let me know what y'all think about this movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were you interested? Did you go see it? This movie just made mad money too, man. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm going to pull it up. I think this movie made $112 million worldwide right now. It's number 1 in the box office. I just looked it up on Box Office Mojo, and that's what it's telling me right here. It made about $112 million over the weekend. And it's a long weekend because it's Martin Luther King today. Shout out to MLK, that rhyme bars. So y'all need to go see this movie, support this movie, man. It's the 3rd installment. It might be the final movie of this franchise. Go see this movie. I am so proud. I love this movie so much. And because of the fact that this is not a Michael Bay movie, but they did pay homage to Michael Bay. He was the wedding DJ. He was the wedding DJ or the wedding MC in the movie. He played a cameo. I was like, yo, Michael Bay, what's up, man? It was good to see him in the wedding. It was good to see him back in the franchise because Michael Bay, as much as y'all can say about Michael Bay, he's all about explosions. He's not a good storyteller. This man brought this movie to life back in the 90s. I grew up watching this movie. I grew up watching this franchise, and I love it dearly. This is how you end this movie, and y'all need to go see this joint and support it. So, all right, squad, y'all already know what to do. Like, subscribe, share the Geek Samurai. Post your notifications in the comment section below. Hit that post notification bell for your boy. You already know I'm going to plug this channel all day, every day. And I'm about to get up out of here because your boy got to go watch some other movies. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.